Right, how's it going, YouTube? I think it's about time we need to have a look at this new engine for the MR2, don't we? I've been mentioning it a few times around the internet, so I think we need to have a look. You'll already kind of know because it's in the title. We're going for a V8 swap. But before we go and have a look at the engine, let's have a quick look around this car. For anybody that this is the first time they're seeing this car, let's have a quick look around, see what's in it now. Let's talk about why we're swapping. And then later on, we'll go and have a look at this new engine. This is a kind of special V8. It's not your normal V8. Pause the video now. Comment below what V8 you think it is. This one's a lightweight, high-powered V8. It's really not your normal V8. So before we go and have a look at it, let's have a look around this car now. I'm right in the middle of fitting the lift kit to the van, so don't forget to check out that series as well, because we're going off-road style with this. Right, there's plenty of videos on my channel. I'll put some up there now, just showing a bit more in detail about this car. But it's an MR2, Mark III, Roadster, Spyder, MRS, whatever you want to call it. This is a 2001. It's the pre-facelift version. It's got a wide body kit on it by Luxury Parts, and many other modifications as well. Right, if we have a look at the engine, what's in it now? It's a stock engine, the 1.8 VVTi. I've got a turbo kit fitted to it. This is a TD04 that's been modified with a larger compressor wheel. Charge cooler. I've changed all the fuel system. There's videos on my channel about that. This is a return rail system with a 1-to-1 fuel pressure regulator. Monkey wrench racing injectors. Kevlar clutch. Running about 280-ish brake horsepower at the minute, straight through exhaust at the back, and honestly this amount of power is probably about right actually for this car and this chassis. Feels really responsive. Off the traffic lights, this car's so light it literally just leaves anything standing, or it can hold its own against anything. So this amount of power in this chassis is perfect, but I want to go more. The reason I'm changing is because these older engines, they have a problem with the pistons. The oil journals gum up, and then it gums up all the rings, and then you start getting oil pass by and it smokes and everything else. Mine's doing exactly that, so I need to do something with the engine because this is burning oil. It always has done ever since I got the car. I've been looking at a few options for engine swaps. One of them was I used to have all the bits for a built engine. It's on my channel somewhere, but I decided to get rid of those bits anyway. I put the money towards building this van. I don't regret that at all. Other options are just going for a 2ZZ swap and swapping out this turbo onto it. Yes, it's a Z. I'm from the UK. It's not a Z here. There's obviously K20, there's some V6s, everything else. I probably was going to go 2ZZ anyway and turbo it with all the bits I'd got here. I got offered this engine and to be honest I couldn't resist it. It's going to be a challenge to say the least. Right, so I think let's get this started. Let's go for a drive and let's go and have a look at this new engine. Let's see if anybody guessed it right. Right, I've not brought this engine home yet because I don't know whether I'm going to fit it or not in the garage, because it's a bit of a big project to do in that garage, so I'm probably going to look for somewhere else to do it. There's a few bits that I've got to do before I can even consider fitting it into the car anyway, so we'll talk about those when we see the engine. So this is not going to be a quick project at all. I'm probably not even going to start properly until later this year anyway, because I spent all winter painting this car. I'd like to drive it a bit more still yet. So I'll drive it for a bit more and then I'll rip the engine out of this. But as I said, there's stuff to do to that engine anyway before I can even consider trying to fit it. So that gives me a bit of time to enjoy this car. I've still got some research to do in different areas because the electrics are going to be quite complicated. I've been speaking to another guy, Otto. If you check out his channel, he's Otto's Garage. He's already fitted an engine very similar to this. It's not on the road yet. I've been getting a bit of advice off of him and a bit of helpful hints because he's already done the hard bit. It's in the car. So let's go and have a look exactly what this engine is. Hope you can hear me okay. This is a working workshop, so it's quite noisy. the engine's behind me. This is what I've got. It's an Audi RS5 4.2 V8. Right, this engine's out of an Audi RS5. Here's some specs. It's a 4.2 litre V8, 444 brake horsepower, high revving at 8,250 RPM, and it's 430 Newton meters of torque. I believe that's about 260 pound of torque, around there. As I said, it's an incredibly light engine. It's all aluminium. It's really small as well. I know it looks quite big now, but you can put your arms around this thing. It's tiny. I've taken the gearbox off and got it on the 01E transaxle. This is a 01E off a 2.7 diesel with the cast casing, so it's a lot stronger. This in theory should take about 600 brake horsepower. It's a twin throttle body engine. Hopefully I can get all those working as they are, because this Audi ECU here, this is going to have to come off and we're going to have to go standalone on it, just so I can make it a bit easier, because this does a lot of clever things that I don't need it to do, and obviously it's expecting an Audi and a 7-speed auto box connected to it as well, which is not got. One of the first things I've got to do is I've got to get a custom flywheel made, so we can mate this engine to this gearbox and get this starter motor mounted onto it all properly as well. As I mentioned, Otto from Otto's Garage, he's got the S6 version of this engine, so it's very, very similar. So I think what he's done is this oil cooler here, he's stripped this off and made it a bit narrower, but I've been measuring it up and I think it'll probably fit in quite well. It's a bit of a beast, but as you can see, it's quite a short one. We was measuring it up the other day and it's just over 1 meter from the front to the back, so it's really quite short. The width of the engine is pretty narrow as well, so it will fit in. It's just going to take a bit of getting in. Actually mounting the engine's not going to be that much of a problem. Getting it running is going to be the biggest issue with all the electrics and everything. I've got a 6-speed box, so we're going to figure out how to shift that as well. This will be at the back. That's going to be at the front. It's going to be sat this way around. This will come right to the back of the car. Plenty of room just here for twin turbos. Just saying. But as I said, this is going to be a bit of a long drawn out process, because it's not the easiest of jobs, but it's going to be a nice one when it's done. I just want the V8 sound. I think it'll sound great, that. That engine there behind me, that's a Coyote V8 out of a F-150 Mustang, I think it is. That's a completely different project, and if you want to know more about that, give me a shout and we'll do some videos on that project as well. And that one is going to be twin turbo and it's going to be 4-figure horsepower. But for my car, this is what's going in it. So what do you think? It's going to be one awesome MR2, this. Right, it's just a quick video today. I basically just wanted to reveal what was going in it. We're not going to do any work on it today. There's loads to do. We've got a load of work to do on the engine first, and then we'll start on mine. I want to enjoy my car for the rest of this year, and towards winter, then I'll probably rip the engine out of mine. I'll figure out where we're going to do it, whether I'm going to do it at home or do it somewhere else. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see this build. Like the video if you liked it, of course. And I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.